tonight, Oregon's 6th Congressional District is still too close to call nearly a week after Election Day. Now, this race will help determine which party will take power in the U.S. House of Representatives. Fox 12's Connor McCarthy spoke with constituents in District 6 about this close race. He joins us now in studio with more. Connor.
Well, Stephanie, first, let's take a look at the current results here. You can see Andrea Salinas is still ahead by about 7,000 votes. This race still has not been called. Now, I spoke to multiple people in District 6 today, and they say they're shocked there still isn't a clear winner. Some say they knew it would be close, but expected a winner to be announced just a few days after the election. Not a week. But with the race still separated by just a few thousand votes, it may still be a few more days until a winner is declared. Oregon's newest congressional district is coming down to the wire.
I thought a couple of days ago that it was pretty much decided, and then to find out that there's still a little bit of counting going on is kind of surprising.
Dale lives in Tigard, as City District 6 covers. He says he hasn't seen a congressional race this highly contested before.
It kind of goes to show how many people are, one, voting and participating in the election, but two, how close it is.
As of Monday evening, Democrat Andrea Salinas was ahead of Republican Mike Erickson by just a few thousand votes, with even more still needing to be counted in the 5 counties District 6 touches.
So it's surprising that it's still dragging on like this, and hopefully it's a testament to the people, the poll workers, the election counters that are doing their job correctly.
Over the weekend, Oregon's 5th Congressional District was called for a Republican, Lori Chavez-DeRemer, flipping a once deep blue seat after district boundaries were redrawn. Her campaign released this statement saying, quote, "I am humbled and grateful for the outpouring of support we received throughout this campaign, from the suburbs of Clackamas County down to rural Linn and Marion counties, and over to the Cascades to Central Oregon. One thing was clear to me. Oregonians wanted common sense solutions to their everyday problems. Families needed a congresswoman to tackle inflation, keep us safe, and focus on what's best for Oregon families." Democrat Jimmy McLeod Skinner conceded in a statement saying, quote, "While there are still votes to count, it appears that the ultimate result will not be the one we worked so hard to achieve. I spoke to Lori to congratulate her and wish her well in representing Oregon's 5th District during these challenging times. Our success as Oregonians is dependent on the success of our elected leaders, and I encourage all of us to help our elected leaders bridge our divides to address our common challenges." Dale says he has this message for whomever wins his district.
I would hope that they think of the people, what's good for the people of Oregon, for Tigard, for Washington County, and to take care of the issues and solve the problems and not worry about what the party tells them to do.
Well, Stephanie, I did reach out to Mike Erickson's campaign for comment, and a spokesperson says he's unavailable, but I was pointed to a statement from last Friday about being optimistic as votes are still being counted. I reached out to Andrea Salinas' campaign again for comment, but I didn't get a response. Live in the studio, Connor McCarthy, Fox 12 Oregon.